Hi, I'm Dan, doing another guest review for Geekanoids.co.uk and their YouTube channel, youtube.com/Geekanoids. Today I'm doing a review of a music creation app on the iPad called Looptastic HD, and so far I really enjoyed playing with this app. I'm quite a musical person, and to have such a powerful tool on the iPad is really nice. As soon as you open the app, it takes you to a bit of a splash screen, and then you're into the main menu. In this main menu, you've got 5 different sort of sets of loops, but you're not restricted to those loops, which I'll come back to a bit later. First of all, let's just go into one of these. And I will just say now, I've actually got an audio cable coming out of the iPad, and that is just to record the audio directly, rather than out the speaker and in through the microphone again. So you're going to get a fairly accurate representation of how good the audio quality is coming from Looptastic. So what it works by you dragging these loops into the mixer panel up here. There's no timeline to worry about. You don't have to worry about matching beats. That's all sorted for you. You set the beats per minute up here, and you'll see at the moment it says that we're at 120 beats per minute, and I think I'm going to leave it at that for now because that's a fairly standard tempo. If I want to start making some music, it says drag loops to play them here. So we take one of these, and you'll hear that we've got that percussion loop going. I'm just going to turn that up there. And this, like I said, is the mixer panel. So if you want it quieter, you bring it down like that. Or if you want it louder, you can bring it up there. So let's just leave it there. So let's bring in some more noises. Here we've got a bit of a hi-hat sound. And then let's have a kick and a snare coming in there. Now I've just decided to put most of the percussion on that side, but if we want to have it over here, then that's fine. That becomes a bit more relevant when we're using this. So let's have a bit of a bass in there, and let's also put in a weird synth. So now we've got a bit of a noise going. We can sort of play with the levels a bit, or we can leave them as they are. We can also then put in some beats, should we say. Now this central panel can become wider if you wanted to. If you want to make it 3 beats wider, that's fine, just to leave it as it is there. Now the reason you've got this sort of left and right side is that you can pan between left and right. If you want to sort of exclude, you'll see that sort of greyed out now. And then we can bring that in. And the reason you have your center panel is that that's always playing. So let's just drag all these off, and let's play with another one that I've quite enjoyed playing with, and this is the sort of Trance Loops. Now I'll see that it just loads up those loops fairly quickly, and then we can start dragging them in just like last time. So let's get some beats going, and then we can put in a bass and a bit of a melody in there. Some sound effects over there. Drag that over here. And you'll see that this timeline, like I said, is sorting itself out. Each of those bars, these vertical bars that you see along here, is the beat. Duh, 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 duh. And that's set throughout everything that you drag onto the timeline, so that keeps track of that. You've then also got this sort of waveform of the audio that loop represents. So just to sort of give you a quick preview, you can hold it down and you can see where it would be were it on there. Let's leave it on there. So now I'm just going to drag in this sort of audio, and we'll turn those up. Start creating some levels a bit now. Have a slightly heavier beat, and that's quite nice. Now you can, if you want to, mix and match from the different packs of loops. So let's get some more percussion going on from the drum and bass section. Now this chaos pad here is really fun. Once you've got a bit of an image going on and you've got a bit of a continuing pattern, we can hold it down in the middle, and it's going to take the mid-range notes So you can see that because the female voice is quite high, we're not getting much of that, but if I hold it more up here, and now we've just got the beat. So if we come up here, we're going to get a much tinnier sound as we only get the high notes, and we're going to get the female voice coming back in, again, because that's sort of high. So it's a bit like an EQ, but not quite. If we come down here, and you can see we can have two, because it is multi-touch, but it does create a bit of an odd effect that I'm not a fan of. And we can just sort of draw a bit of a spiral or whatever shape you want. And then when you let go, it's gone. If you want to keep it down and you like the effect you're getting, just press hold while you're holding that down and it'll hold it. Now these effects down the side here can do all sorts. So let's have a flange on there. And then this is now controlled by the pads. So you're getting that flange effect on different areas of the audio, which is really nice. Now you'll notice at the top here as well, something I haven't talked about, is that you can save it, you can make an audio recording, but also what's quite cool is that with this save button, you don't have to be making an audio recording, it actually records or saves what you perform, so the actions, and you can see them visually come back on. So let's call this Geekanoids test. And then you'll see up here that it's got in the My Recordings panel the Geekanoids test. And I can tap that, and it's recorded every single finger movement that I've made on the iPad, which I think is really cool, because if you made something almost by accident that you didn't know might turn out quite nice, then it can do that. Now obviously I was talking over this bit at the beginning, so nothing was recorded. Okay, so you'll see now it started reenacting all the movements that I made. I'd spent the first sort of, 45 seconds explaining the program. So that's why I didn't kick in straight away. But if you started dragging things in as soon as you open the app, then it would run straight from there. So you can see here that it's reenacting all those things. Maybe it would be nice if we could scrub through and find the bit where I did actually start playing, but maybe that could come in an update. So you will see that it's actually dragging on those bits and pieces, and I'm not even touching it, it's just reenacting it as it is. Also, when you launch the app, you'll see at the top up here, you've got the Loop Store. Now, I'm not connected to the internet at the moment, but you can download, if you've already played through these sets of loops quite a few times, you can download new loops from the Loop Store and use those packs, and they are sort of similar to this. You've got a few loops to drag, different loops to drag onto the timeline, and I think that's a really nice idea, because you will fairly soon get tired of those loop sets that are already provided, and it also means that, you know, it's quite an expandable product. That doesn't have to be done in an update. You can just get them from the Loop Store. I think this is a really great app, and it's definitely one of my favourite music creation apps on the iPad. It's available for £8.99 on the UK App Store at the time of filming, and $14.99 on the US App Store. Thanks for watching, and I hope that you enjoy Looptastic as much as I have.
This video review is sponsored by EasyDraw, making drawing fun on Mac OS X.